Hey guys, and welcome back to another speed build. So today we're building a suburban family house, and this house is based off Nadine's house from the movie The Edge of 17. It's a coming of age film starring Haley Steinfeld, and it's very funny and kind of relatable, so I highly recommend watching it if you're looking for something to watch. And yeah, and suburban houses are actually my favorite house to play in The Sims. They're just very playable and it caters to my game style because the way I play The Sims is a very vanilla style. I almost always play with a family and like there's barely any drama that happens. Like no one gets divorced, everyone is happy and have good relationships with each other, which is not realistic, but that's how I like to play the game. And like I use The Sims as a way to escape from reality, so that's probably why I always like make my Sims live very happy lives and like have them not struggle and be poor. And yeah, I am actually very pleased with how this build turned out. I feel like it's very true to what the house looks like in the movie. I actually had to load up the movie one more time so I can build a more accurate version of the house, and I feel like it's very accurate. Like the kitchen and the lobby area and the upstairs area is very similar to the movie, so I'm proud of that. And here I'm building a garage. I did not come up with this idea. I followed a tutorial by Kate Emerald. She's a very talented builder and she also makes YouTube videos, so I got this I learned how to build this garage from like a tutorial of hers, so yeah. And the reason why I often hesitate making suburban homes because they always have garages, and I don't really like how garages look like in The Sims 4, but this one specifically turned out so great and it fits in and blends it with the house so well. So I might make more suburban houses in the future because like building this garage was so fun and I just love how it looks. It looks a lot like the garages we had in The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, and I'm also pleased with how the landscaping of this house turned out because normally I'm not good with landscaping, but this one was very simple and it fit in with the house so well and it complemented the way the exterior looked, so I'm very happy about that. Also, I don't really like when builds have debug cars in them. It's like I just hate how the way the Sims 4 cars look. They look so weird, so it kind of worries me if cars eventually come into Sims because I feel like they're gonna look very weird, and hopefully the way they don't look like the debug cars we have now. So yeah, and I'm also building this house in Newcrest in the 30 by 20 lot if you're wondering, and I'm planning on making or recreating more houses from other coming of age films like I don't know, Love, Simon, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's like I feel like coming of age films have shaped the way like my perception of life, and they like low-key impacted my personality. So I feel like it would be very fun if I would recreate like Charlie's house or Simon's house. Like, yeah. And whenever I watch movies, I always pay attention to the houses of the characters because like they always have such nice homes and they have like this very cozy vibe to them, and I always like want to recreate them in The Sims, but I'm too lazy to do so. But now I feel very motivated to do like recreate houses, so there will probably be more suburban houses in the future of my channel. So yeah, and I remade the Call Me By Your Name house about like a week ago, and Call Me By Your Name is also a coming of age film arguably, well, it's not really like catered to the typical audience because it deals with, I feel like, more mature themes, but it is a coming of age film, and I recreated the villa that Elio has, so I'm also very proud of that build. I think it's like one of my best builds ever, and it's very accurate to what they showed in the movie. And recreating the floor plan of this house was such a pain to do because the upstairs area has this like bridge, and it was very hard to like make that work in The Sims. Well, it was hard for me to do because I'm not used to making stuff like that happen in The Sims, so I had to search up tutorials and cheat codes, and like I had trouble removing the floor of the upstairs area, and also like making the sizing work was also kind of tricky, so I didn't include me doing the floor plan, placing the doors, and like all of that stuff. And I also almost never show that stuff anyway. Like I don't show me putting the floor and the wallpaper of each room because that process is very time consuming, and it would like take up so much time if I included that in the build, so I just didn't include it. And I always try my hardest to make my speed builds short as possible. Like I always aim for 10 minutes at least, or 15 minutes at most, because personally I don't like watching very long speed builds unless I really like the builder. Because like, okay, some of the speed builders, like the popular ones, have very interesting voiceovers. Like I can't think of anyone right now, but right now I'm thinking of Lil Cinzy. She always has these very funny and interesting stories in her voiceovers, so I don't mind watching like a 30-minute speed build of hers, because she always has something fun and interesting to say, and I personally don't have that, so I try and keep my videos shorter, because that means my voiceovers get to be shorter. So that's very nice for me, because I often have a hard time figuring out what to say. But anyway, I'm just gonna talk about this movie because it's very funny and quirky. But okay, so it's about this girl named Nadine, and she's a 17-year-old, and fun fact, I actually first watched this movie when I was 17, and I'm 18 now, but like, yeah, it was very weird, like, seeing a movie depicting the life of a 17-year-old girl. Like, I was just watching there, just being like, that's nothing to how my life is, but it is relatable in some aspects, like the way she acts. And so this Nadine girl is like this very quirky, is that even the right word? But yeah, she's that teenager, and she's just like trying to figure out her life, and she just recently lost like her dad, and she has a twin brother who's more popular than her, and like they don't get along that well. Like growing up, Nadine is always been like her parents don't pay attention to her as much as they do with her brother, and it's pretty clear that the mom favors the brother, so that was very tough on her, I guess. And she has this best friend, but like one day her friend was like hooking up with her brother, so like that kind of made the relationship like it kind of ruined their friendship a bit. So for the rest of the movie, she like is pretty lonely, which I guess is relatable for a lot of people. It like resonated with me a lot, because high school was not that fun. And yeah, and this is Nadine's room actually. It's very nice, pink, and I think it looks a lot like the room she has in the movie, but like I had to change some things up a bit, and it's full of pictures and fairy lights, like how a Tumblr inspired room would look like. I would definitely love to have a room like this. It's very cozy, and I can like picture myself having movie nights here with friends and just crying about life like how you would as a teenager. And this is the brother's room. It's very simple and clean, and this is actually like what his bedroom looked like in the movie. They only showed it once in this one scene where they're like doing something not that appropriate to say, but this is how his room looked like. It had those bookshelves and a desk. It's very clean, simple, and obviously the parents love him more, so he gets the bigger bedroom, and he has like this own living space like right outside his door, and he has his own bathroom. So there's that. And after this, I think I'm just furnishing the mother's room, and the mother's room isn't really that interesting, so this voiceover is probably gonna end soon. So I hope you enjoyed this speed build, and I hope you use this in the game because it's very playable, and I really like how it turned out. Like, it's cluttered, but it's not too much clutter that it makes your game lag and glitch. So yeah, and I'm gonna end the voiceover right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.